Hi, Aquarius. I feel compelled to do a second reading for you and to focus on advice from Spirit. I was just reading some of your comments, and some of them are just heart-wrenching, and I just felt like doing another reading. I'm going to do my best. I do find these readings, advice from Spirit, to be the most challenging, but I'm going to do my best, all right? And we will leave it open if Spirit finds it appropriate to give us maybe a little hint about the future at the end. Just see what comes out, all right? So I'm focusing on those of you who watched the previous reading that was posted earlier today, or was it? Yes, I think it was today. Good grief. It was about the person watching who didn't help. Anyway. So for fixed air, please, for the in 5, seeing as a lot of the 5s came out on your reading previously. In 4, in 3, Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius? Boy, that almost fell out of my hand there. In 2, this deck feels so heavy right now. It's crazy. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius? All right, here's our opening split. Whoa, and of course, it's heavy. 2 major arcana. I'm getting a very good feeling from this. So right away, I'm feeling that both of these energies are you, okay? Give me a moment, Aquarius. It's actually quite remarkable that these 2 cards just came out, and I'll tell you why. So I think that these cards represent 2 aspects of you. What we have is the High Priestess, and as you know, there are only 3 archetypes on the first level of the Tree of Life. So these are considered to be ideals. The Magician, well, first of all, you, the Fool, the Magician, and this character here, the High Priestess, Bina. So she, as you can see, she's sitting between these 2 pillars. This is called the Pillar of Misery. That's the Pillar of Mercy. They're supposed to be very powerful forces, but she is unmoved. See how perfectly balanced she is? Those pillars are supposed to represent, sorry, I'm trying to close up on her Torah there. Sorry, guys, there we go. Anyway, the pillars are supposed to represent the original pillars that flanked the first and second temples in Jerusalem. Now, built by King Solomon. Now, what's interesting is, so she sort of governs secret knowledge, okay? She's very mysterious. They say that she doesn't speak, but she has knowledge. It's sort of like a psychic, except much more. On the Tree of Life, she's much more important than that. You, being the Fool, carry the most important role, which is to carry the energy from Keter, from Spirit, down to the Great Father, to Hakma, to the Magician. Nobody else, by the way, can do that. Only the Fool carries the energy from Spirit into the actual Tree of Life. It's quite remarkable what you do. But anyway, after you're done with that, the Hakma, the Great Father ideas are sort of developed, but then they're sent over to Bina, all right, to the High Priestess. Now, what she does, I wish I had the other deck right here because you really need some color here. there is, in the original card, you might remember there's a blue flow that comes down from her gown. And it picks up, that blue flow picks up in the card of the Empress. And the point is, this person here is superior, all right, to this person. But I believe that you're playing both of these roles here. This person, the Empress, is considered to reside in the inferior Garden of Eden. In other words, the world of man. She deals with earthly things. She nourishes, it grows things, nourishes businesses, but it's all in the physical is what she does. Well, she does nourish ideas, but you get the idea. This character does not speak. The vast amount of knowledge she has is just, it's unimaginable. So she is considered to be in the superior or the higher Garden of Eden. I think what's happening is you are literally playing two roles. Part of you may feel very worn out from having to give. And up here, this, I feel, is where your real talent resides. And what's the problem is, this, I feel, is what people do not understand about you. And it could be what's causing, well, I don't know, but I have the feeling like this is what's triggering people. Your light, your abilities, your intuition, your lack of need to be, gossiping and knowing what everybody else is doing. I feel like this is sort of like, this could be somewhat like your friends or, your coworkers. I don't know, or if you have a nasty sibling or something. I feel like this is, what people expect to see on the outside, and what they don't see, but what bothers them because they're picking up on it is this superior Garden of Eden High Priestess self. And I think that could be causing a problem. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But I'm feeling like it is. We'll see. Spirit's telling me not to get ahead of myself. Let's just see what we have next, okay? Show me more, please, Spirit. Show me more. If I've misinterpreted that, and I believe that I have. If I see that I have, I'll let you know. But I don't think so. This is even. Boy, is this ever deep. Okay. Leave it to Spirit. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, again. So look at this person. I feel like this is you. And do you see these two cups? So, I mean, it's the card of temperance. It's supposed to be Archangel Michael. It's the messenger of God. In the original card, this person is combining two elements that cannot be combined. Fire and water. It's impossible to combine them. So I feel like this is you. I feel like you're doing the freaking impossible. You're maintaining a balance here. Just looking very closely at so I'm seeing the septenary. So a period of 7 days, yes, is important because over here I've got another 7 here. So there may be something that's going to happen in 7 days. You could be waiting for someone to be making a decision here. You may feel like you have unfulfilled success, but that is not true. Now, this energy over here is not you. I don't think so. I'm going to find out what this is. Actually, that could be your energy as well. I feel like this person is watching you, though. I'm just going to clarify the 7 of Pentacles. One moment. Yeah, so right away, before I clarify this, I am getting a feeling that this is somebody else watching you. maintain yourself, but I feel like this person, they may be trying to make a decision. I feel like they cannot figure you out. Let's just see what this person is thinking and feeling. What is the person? So that's Saturn in Taurus. That's a card of Sagittarius. Previously we had the High Priestess, which is a card of Cancer, and the Empress, which is a card of Libra and Taurus. What is the person? Clarify in 3, please. Clarify Saturn in Taurus. What is that person thinking and feeling? What is that person thinking and feeling? What is that person? Okay, so there's 3 coming out. Is that person thinking and feeling? Oh boy, here we go. Okay. So these are the thoughts and feelings of that person. First of all, I think with that person, I just saw 1111. They are overwhelmed with feelings of insecurity, but they are also trying very hard. They're either watching someone who has tried very hard to victimize you, keep you stuck, or they're doing it themselves. But the problem is they're having a very difficult time. The only other thing that this person could be thinking, I'm just going to ask to clarify it. How do they feel? What is this person feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? How is that person feeling about... Okay, look at this. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. All right. And do you see what I see? There's that sketchy card. So for now, I feel like this person is seeing you above and beyond. I feel like these could be other people that this person is dealing with, or who knows, friends, comrades, I don't know, regular people. They could be, they could be romantic interests of this person, but this person feels that you're up here above, and you are unfazed. These people also, this person could be part of this group. These people could be trying to antagonize you. You are unfazed. I feel like they're wondering, how in the hell is Aquarius able to keep this up? Who is in Spirit? Who is in the 7 of Pentacles, please? Who is that? Who is that, please? Who is that? Somebody close to you. Somebody really close to you. It could be somebody in your family. And I feel like this could be a family member that you've had to cut off. It could be a former spouse. It could be, a love interest. But it's somebody that I think has literally tried your patience to such a degree that you've become, you've had to guard yourself here. And the name of this card is Peace. I think you just want peace. There's also a lot of information that this person, has not told you about. I mean, twice now you've been in a blindfold. So I feel like you may have had to, this could be in the past, this could be, some of you were talking about your family. You have navigated yourself very well. I feel like Spirit is telling you you have done, this is called perfect work. You're over here in a card called Peace. This person, You know, they're up at 4 in the morning here. There's low tide, so they can navigate. They can see where all the jutty rocks, the dangerous rocks are, because the tide is low. See that? So this person has deliberately meditated at that time of day, so they can navigate. They can see what is unseen. They can see the hidden dangers that could, sink their ship. But it's just their intuition that they're getting the truth from. There's also the idea with this card, Moon in Libra, and one of the meanings of this card was that this woman, or whoever this could be you, if you're a man, it could be you, but this person has, they are being called upon, even though they shouldn't have to bring an end to a long, drawn-out battle that was going on for way too long. And you know what? One of these swords is going to come down, and someone could be hurt. If someone is pushing you to the point where you have to bring an end to this, they ought to stop first. They ought to stop their nonsense first, because Spirit will allow you. Those swords are heavy. And if one of them comes down, somebody is going to get hurt, but they did this to themselves. This person, you were supposed to be able to trust this person. This person could be in your family. Shame on them. Shame on them. Wow. Wow. 6 of Cups. Card of the twin flame soulmate. And you're here in the High Priestess. So I feel, you could literally be doing everything that you can to feel some empathy for someone that's around you, thinking back on the past. You may be wondering how did things get to this point? Maybe remembering that, there were pleasurable times. I think that you were kind to this person, whoever it is, in the past. And you may be thinking here, well, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're certainly thinking about the past. Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know here with the High Priestess and the 6 of Cups? Please, very powerful split. What say you? Here it is, whatever it is. Wow. Okay, beautiful. So we have a card of victory and a card of perfect work. That is Venus in Aries. We're it's 11/11. It's the 4 of Wands. It's Venus in Aries, okay? 11/11. And we also have a card of victory. It's Jupiter in Leo. It is the 6 of Wands. It's a card of victory. Now, I feel strongly that the message here is no matter what your family thinks of you, no matter what your siblings think of you, or your parents think of you, there are people who admire you. You may not know who they are. I want you to look at these faces over here and over there. And I always see that Spirit is in the horse, with the horse is always looking proud. There are people who admire you, who know the real you, who look up to you, people that you have inspired. And to these people, you are perfect. You have done perfect work. So these people here, they are happy. When you come in, you make them feel victorious. There are 2 victories, 2 laurel wreaths here. One is yours, and the other is for these people, you know. So I feel like what Spirit is saying here is you may not be able to win over your family or people from the past, people that let you down, but there are so many others who admire you, and you give them confidence. These people are happy when they see you coming. It's yay, it's a celebration. It's actually, this card often comes up for someone who's famous. But you know, that excited feeling that you get when for a very popular famous person. It's the excited feeling that you get, like, oh wow, look at that person, because you love them and you admire them. So there's something that you do that is 100% in Spirit's eyes and in other people's eyes perfect. So I feel like, you know, this person that we were looking back at previously in the 7 of Pentacles, that person who was trying to control you and drag you down with the 10 of Wands and tie you up with the 8 of Swords. Remember that person, I believe what I said was that they were overwhelmed with insecurity, you know, and that's why. And I think it all goes back to the fact that you're a cross between the High Priestess and the Empress. Spirit, what else? Is there anything else that Aquarius needs to know, please? What else does Aquarius need to hear? Yes. And as I was saying, here you are. So here are the people that admire you, and the person that I was speaking about a moment ago in the 7 of Pentacles, they are intimidated by you. There's the 9 of Wands. I mean, now in this deck, it's called Great Strength. And perhaps that's what this person, you know, perhaps you've been up against someone who has been putting enormous effort into, you know, attacking you, but it's because that first of all, they're using the wrong approach, and they're doing it over and over and over again. They've got the point of this card is this person is supposed to realize that their approach is not working. They're supposed to step back, change their mindset, change the way they think about things, and come forward again. So perhaps the message here, I do not think that Spirit is telling you that you need to, you know, go looking for reasons to afford people second chances, but certainly there is a possibility that this person may change their ways if they can gather up the strength. And if that is the case, then of course you may well allow them back into your territory and not have to hold up the 2 of Swords. Wow. 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 Powerful message, Aqua. Powerful message. Wow. Victory, action, victory. We now have 2 cards of victory. You have the truth. Keep grasping that Ace of Swords. Keep being straight up. You know, yes, there is, and I also think here there is a great emphasis on the fact that this sword, the 2 edges are not the same. You know, there is palm and, goodness, what is the other leafy substance? Anyway, one represents misery, the other peace. So, you know, no matter what, keep aligned with Spirit, with the truth. I feel like it's more important for you to have the truth. You know, you'd rather have the truth, even if it were the miserable side. than something that's distorted. Have a look at the yods. They're equal. 3 yods on one side, 3 on the other. Fair, straight up, piercing through the crown. You are correct. You are victorious. These people around you, they are the ones who have the right view of who you are. And I do feel that you are going to see something coming in 7 days. I'm getting that if you can just hang in there, possibly 6 days. Well, 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 days, something is coming in for you. All right, hang in there, please. Thanks, Aquarius. Congratulations on this reading, by the way.